this is Noreen from Joya Cards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! For more of my Stampin' Up! Card videos, please click that subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified when my videos release. Also, I give away the demo card, so if you're a first-time subscriber, put your email in the comments and I'll email you back and let you know if you won the card. Also, make sure you watch the video all the way through, because you never know, I might give the card away to anyone, or I might be doing card kits or swaps or something. So anyway, now let's go make a card. Today's card is number 3 of Pansy Patch Technique, and what this card is die cutting on the DS paper. But let me show you the first 2 because those videos are up. The first one started with die cutting on white paper and coloring it. So there's a whole video here, and it was set up on May 30th. And I started kind of slow, kind of doing the technique, and then I got better as I moved on. And there's a whole video of how I did the coloring on this card. So that was the first one. And then the second one is die cutting on colored paper. So these look very, very, very different. So, and this video went up on June 3rd. This card is today, obviously, and this is die cutting on the DS paper. And there might be 2 more videos. This die and stamp set is so awesome because it has the matching DS paper and everything that there's gonna be, I had to do more than one video, but the next video will be stamping, die cutting the flowers. So that's stamping and die cutting. And then the last one will be just stamping alone. So that's why there is gonna be 5 cards. So the last video might be 2 videos, it might be just the one. So anyway, let's go ahead and start this one. So we're going to start with a basic 5.5 by 4.25 card base, and this is in polished pink. And then we're going to take the DS paper, the Pansy Petals, and we're going to cut this 5.25 by 4, and we can go ahead and just snail this up. And this is going to be a simple card, but it's important to see that there's like all these different ways you can use this set. So the next thing is we're going to take another piece of DS paper, and this one looks like this, and we'll have that orange polka dot background. And then we're going to get our dies. Now with this card, the only stamping I'm going to be using is on the sentiment, so just the Pansy Patch sentiment. So we're going to take these Pansy Patch dies, and we're going to grab this outline. And as you watch the series of videos on the Pansy Patch, you're going to notice that I'm eventually going to use all these dies. I might not use the stem one here, it just kind of depends, but there's a lot of dies, but it's really not all that complicated, and if you follow the videos, you'll know what they do. So this big one here will go for the big flower, and this one here will go for the small flower. So we're going to take these, and we're going to line them up on the flower like so. And then we're going to take a piece of tape. Now I use my delicate frog tape because I think it works the best. And we're going to cut out however many of these we want. Now this particular one, I am using the pink and the purple. So just line it up on the purple on this big one here. And I'm going to grab a pink one right here. So just take your DS paper and cut it in half. So you've got a 6 by 12 here. And we're going to use a bunch of the flowers. So there's 1, 2, 3 of the big flowers and 3 of the little flowers. So I'm going to cut all those out, and I'll be right back. Now you've got your flowers cut out. So we've got 2 purple and 1 pink in the big, and 2 pink and 1 purple in the small one. And now we need to do the leaves. Now the leaves are also DS paper from Pansy Patch, and it looks like this one here. Now the dies that match those leaves are these 2 outline dies here. And we're going to take them, and they're 2 sizes. There's a large one and a small one here. And just take some tape and line them up and tape them on and die cut them out. So this is what the leaves are going to look like, and I went light, dark, and so you'll have your sheet of DS paper looking like this, and I'm going to put it to the side and I can use that again. So let's go ahead and now make the sentiment tag. I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap polished pink, and this is a 4 by 2, And then the sentiment is a little hello from me to you from Pansy Patch. And I'm taking Blackberry Bliss. And go ahead and ink this up, and make sure you use a Stampin' pad, because it is a clear stamp and you'll get a better contact. And all of the supplies are listed in the body of my video. So if you want to place an order, all you do is click on the link and you'll be taken directly to my Stampin' Up site. So I'm going to stamp this on here. Also, I give away the demo card. So if you like the card and you want it, put in the comments that you would like to see if you can win the demo card, and put your email address. I can't talk to you without the email address. There's no notification that I'm replying. So just say you want the card, put your email, and I'll let you know if you're one of the 2 people that win the demo cards, because I give them both away. Stamp the sentiment here, and all I'm going to do is I am going to just trim this down to about 3 inches by, however much you want on the thickness. So I'm just going to take this to my trimmer and just trim it up. So this is the sentiment. I just trimmed it up on the trimmer and stuck some dimensionals on it. I took the tape off, and if you notice, it doesn't really stick to my silicone craft sheet. These things are awesome. It's also in the body of my video. You can click on and order one. So let's go ahead and put this together. Now, when I did this card, I made everything flat, and I think I might want to go ahead and dimensional some of it. So I'm going to start with the pink flower, and I'm just going to put 1 dimensional right in the middle here, because I'm going to stick in leaves, so I don't want to put it all around. And I'm going to put it right about here. And then I'm going to take the purple flower, and I'm not going to dimensional it, and just nail it. And if you notice, I snailed on my craft sheet and it doesn't stick. Nothing. This is awesome. So I'm going to take this one here, and I'm going to put it right underneath and not dimensional it. And then let's take a purple one, and I'm going to snail this one as well. And I'm going to put it like right under this one, about right here. And then I'm going to take these 2, and I think I'm going to dimensional one and not the other. So I'm going to snail this one, and I'm going to stick it under the other purple one here. And then take this one, and I'm going to dimensional it just right in the middle again, and put it like so. Now, the only flower we have left is the purple one, and I'm going to put 1 dimensional right in the middle, and I'm going to put it like this. Now I'm going to grab the leaves and just flip them over here, and let's see, we're going to take this one and we're going to snail it, and I'm going to put it here. And then I think I'll take some and I'll dimensional them. So I'm going to take one and put it over here. So I tucked it over and still dimensioned it. And then I'll go ahead and snail this one and put it over here. Kind of lift these up and tuck that in. Okay. And I'm going to take another one and I'm going to dimensional it. And I'm going to put it over here by these dimensional ones. And take another one and dimensional it. And put it under this side. And this last one I'll snail it, and I'll put it like right here, just my little blank spot, and tuck it under like so. The last thing we're going to do to the front is put on the bumblebee trinkets, and we're going to take it, and I'm going to take a piece of tear tape, and I'm going to cut off a tiny little bit. I kind of liked using the tear tape more than a glue dot because it's not so thick. So go ahead and put your tear tape down on your DS paper like that, and then stick the bee to it like so. So that's really pretty. Now let's do the inside. For the inside, we're going to use the scallop contour dies. So these are fantastic. If you want a die that you're just going to use to death, this is the one. But we're going to start out with Highland Heather, and this is going to be 5.5 by 4 3/16. You always cut it a little shorter because you want it to not interfere with the fold. So line it up, and then if you notice, it doesn't interfere with the fold here. So we've got that down. Now we're going to grab the contour dies, and we're going to cut the biggest one out in basic white, and I've already done that for you here. Then you're going to take the second largest one and you're going to cut it out in petal pink, which I've done here. Now the third one I did not pre-cut, because what you're going to do is you're going to take this white one, and since you're not going to see it anyway because it's smaller than the one on top, you're going to put this in the middle, you're going to tape it, make sure you tape it so it doesn't wiggle, and then die cut it. This is what you're going to have. So let's take this piece and let's stamp it. The stamp I'm using for the inside is on Pansy Patch, of course, and it's Love You Much. And we're going to still go for the black. 3, 2, 1. Berry Bliss. And I stamped that up, and I'm using the stamping pad. Don't forget the stamping pad. It's in the body of my my video, so you can click on it in order if you don't have anything. And all the other supplies as well, you can click on the link. So here's the stamp. Now let's go ahead and snail these all together. Oh, by the way, I have a blog hop on June 15th, and it's on hand penned. And a blog hop is when a bunch of demonstrators get together and they put on their websites one set, and they all do cards. So you go and look at one video or just read through the instructions on a blog. It's usually not a video, but mine always are. And then on the end, there are other links, and you can click on those and see all the other ladies. And I'm part of a huge community of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. We're all kind of under the same people. Now I'm going to go ahead and snail this on. And if you want to be part of our community, email me, Noreen at joyofcards.com. And we take people all over the country, and you can be under me, and I can show you how to do videos. I can show you how to do all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to put this here. Now, if you notice, and I intentionally did this, that there are two different ways you can put these on. Now, these I just layered on top. Now, that first one, I cut the white from the largest piece. But on this one, what I did is I also cut that piece on the polished pink, and they're inlaid, so it's totally flat, where this one is up a little bit. So you've got two different options of doing that particular layering. But that is the card. If you want to win the demo card, put in the comments of my video that you want to win the demo card, and you have to put your email because I can't find you without. If you want to do the blog hop or see the blog hop, it's June 15th, and just click on all the other links. And this is 2021. I don't know what year you're looking at. So anyway, and that'll do it for me. Thanks. Bye.